Okay, hello. Welcome back to another episode of I Did Not Sleep Since the Last Stream, and I have no real idea of what I want to do. I just know I want to stream. And I am physically incapable of enjoying a vast majority of games unless I'm streaming them. And forcing myself onto other people to use up their bandwidth so that I may feast off it and gain power. You don't understand. This is not a threat. This is me powering up. This is me taking what's rightfully mine. Your bandwidth. Give it to me. I will dominate! Okay, that's enough of me RPing to the music. IQ of 80. Yeah, fuck sleeping. Fuck sleeping. Isaac. I think that's a good time. Well, you can't play video games if you're asleep, right? Give it to exactly. Dead on. Alright, let me capture the video game. I think I played...
Isaac and his mother
Shut up.
lived alone in a
Shut up.
house on a hill.
Shut up. I think I played a little bit of the video game since last time. I don't remember. I didn't really get anywhere, but hey, here we are. Right, last time I unlocked Cain. Chatterskull was recommending I just play on hard mode right away, so let's see what happens. He just said I should basically skip easy. Right, so Cain has like no health, has only one eye, so he has way less deviance with his attack. That's pretty neat. He starts with 1 luck. That's interesting. I wish I knew what that evil symbol there on the left meant. I wish I knew what the... Okay, that foot is probably the luck, I'm guessing. Isaac is hard? Yeah, not wrong. Well, I mean, really, is it that hard when there's just free item right off the bat? Speed down plus rage is building. Cool. That's just movement speed, so I don't give a shit. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm getting faster. Oh, my speed is going up the more I move? Or the longer combat goes on? Oh, holy... Yeah! Mystery medicine. Holy shit. So if I just wait out long enough, I literally become invincible and can just run into everyone? Oh my god, yeah, easy game. Single fly. What the fuck? This is hard mode? Oh, shit. Yeah, some hard mode. Going full Kappa Pride, exactly. Oh, shit. I don't exactly have money, so let's see what we can steal. Oh, look, there's a little, meat boy on the wall there. That's cute. And either way, all my money is going to be going into donations. I'm just gonna max out donations ASAP. Wait. Why did I gain? Weird. Okay, I don't know why my stats moved around like that. Oh, that explodes, cool. Okay, can I get money? The title of this stream isn't, like, completely a joke. I want money, because I'd like to donate to the shops. Please and thank you. Okay, so wait, can I just wait out all combat and do this instead? Whee! Okay, yeah, I can basically wait out, like, all combat just to do that. That's pretty cool. The sun. I do not know what the sun does, so I am immediately going to use it. What is it? Tab? No. E? Q? Q. The sun. Everything's revealed. Okay, that reveals everything on the map. Gotcha. Good to know. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's such a hard video game. I can literally just sit here and wait for a number to count up. Wait. There we go. Easy video game. I wouldn't say it's quite on demand, but close. Pretty close. We have 1 coin. That's all we're getting. Yeah, poop jokes. Woo! Funny. Fecal funny, as the kids say. Oh, Christ, okay. Right, I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm gonna, like, take some pot shots, but I'm not going to risk anything. Shit! Oh, I ran out just then. Oh well. Ow. I took 1 down. Oh, and it only activates once. That's a shame. Either way, he's dead. Okay. Well, that worked out. Oh, there was a little bit of black tar that came out. Fascinating. I'm gonna guess that's something to do with the medical syringe. Placenta! Hey, HP up and regen. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I get Mario power-ups and I get regen. Cool. Sea whores. What do you mean sea whores? Like mermaids? Kind of like whores of the sea. Okay, I can open that door. I won't do it right away, though. Come on, hit the damn things. Cool. I was hoping that could carry from room to room. Kite him down here, then... And here we go. Alright, easy game. Like horse. No, I know, I get it, but... Whores. It's not a very nice word to use about mermaids. It's true, but it's not nice. Ow, shit. Oh, and I just got my health right back. Cool. Speaking of... There we go. Seahorse. Right, whores of the sea. So a mermaid. Gotcha. Oh. Fair enough. Why am I so? You're blaming me when you're the one talk. Like, I'm just reading what you put down in chat. Don't come crying to me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Alright. Once again, we play the magical game of waiting it the fuck out. For a brief moment, and... Ow, shit. Oh, come on, hit him. Okay, good enough. Easy video game. Oh, hit him. Hit him. Okay, it's like impossible to use your eyeball in this game. Or, with Kane, I should say. Okay, at least these guys don't move. Huh? Oh, wait, I can just sit here, yeah. Hold on, give me a sec. And there we go. Cool. Seahorse. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you're saying seahorse, but yeah, I agree. Blood of the Martyr, okay. Ooh, that's a big damage up. Thank you, I guess, Jesus. Oh, yeah, these are, oh, and I regen to my health, cool. Wow. Yeah, bigger tiers, and they do more damage, cool. Bop. Finally, I get some bombs. Huh, fellow one-eyed brothers. Fellow Majima cosplayers. If you want to cosplay Majima from Yakuza, it's probably best you just take the eye out now. Right? That's the best way to look authentic. stop throwing? I literally don't even know what you're talking about, Sturfink. I am completely unsure what you're even on about. I am just giggling at your choice of words. And in the meantime... What was that game you were playing earlier today? Caves of Qud, or Quud. However you want to say it. It is a traditional rogue-like. It's a pretty interesting game with a lot of variation in how it's played. Unlike a bunch of other roguelikes, it has a story, like main story quest you can follow, which makes it a little different than most others. And it has just a lot of neat things you can do in it for play. I think it's pretty fun, and it, my main inspiration for playing it at the time was Seth Zintak videos. Seth Zintak made a bunch of made a good video on the game and inspired me to try some stuff out. Oh, I can't tell where that is. Oh well. Cool. Yeah, basically Seth Zintak made a video, I saw the game, I'm like, damn, I like roguelikes. I like experimentation, suffering, and learning through trial and error. And so I played it. And it's a pretty fun game overall. Why is there a shadow following me? That's a little concerning. Oh, wait, no, it's a trap room. Okay. So, Father's Love is with me, and Father's Love is apparently a... What? Oh, this thing shot me, didn't it? And that closed me off from the Colosseum for some reason. Right, where was I? Oh, no, that just screwed me. Can I salvage this? No, I don't think I can. Oh, but that reopened... Ah, fuck it, why not? Double moon. Oh, and I guess that's Father's foot coming down. Which his foot is apparently... like a zombie foot. A little menacing, but at least he's not trying to kill me. Unlike Mother. I don't know what this syringe was doing for me at all. So I'll take double moon, whatever that is. I can greatly appreciate this game's style of, hey, figure out what the thing does. We're not going to tell you directly, but give you, like, a context clue. I can appreciate that, but at the same time, if it could be any more direct. Yeah, Stab. I'm, not the biggest on Isaac, but I definitely, can appreciate the style and want to give it another try. Especially right now when it's fairly big on Twitch. And with a bunch of new content, it's pretty entertaining to watch even for people who know the game. Oh, cool. If I spend 2 bombs over here, I get 1 free. Yeah, it's not even like the figuring things out part that gets me. I just think the base combat is a little boring. Like, the room-to-room interaction and gameplay loop is just not very entertaining to me. I think there's some merit to how it plays out, especially once you know what you're doing, and once you have more items unlocked to play with, so you make interesting builds. or you use certain characters that play interestingly. It's just like the default bog standard gameplay in this is just not very fun. And I don't like that it's... Oh, thanks, Dad. I don't like that it's... Okay, you have to spend probably about like 10 to 15 hours before you ever start getting any decent builds going. Because you just need to unlock stuff. You can absolutely, like, win the game from the beginning. In my very first run, I succeeded. I beat Mother. But it's just like, eh. Yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Gungeon is just a million times better. Gungeon is just this game, but better. In, like, almost every conceivable way. Rooms I didn't go through. Gungeon is like... It's hard to compare them because they're not exactly the same or anything. They're different enough that it's, you know, hard to compare, but they're both like the same style of room-to-room lock-in shooter roguelites. And after... I don't know. After playing so much Gungeon, it's just hard to come back to this. It feels... Oh shit, okay, I thought he was jumping. It feels just excessively quaint, for lack of a better word. Like, this feels like, oh yeah, this is a cute Newgrounds game. I'm sure someone had fun developing this for a couple weeks. Whereas Gungeon feels like a video game, right? Come to think that I have not needed to use my invincibility this entire time, huh? Hit me. Oh. Something's wrong. Well, it seems I shit tar everywhere. That's pretty good. Yeah. Isaac feels really slow, and that's not necessarily a problem in and of itself. It's more that it's slow, and there is no variety in how it plays. Like, in Gungeon, you can go slow, fast, all sorts of in-between. Yeah, I have no idea what that was doing for me. And you have a lot of different styles of play. Here, it's just not the same. Which, honestly, if I start getting bored of this, I might just play Gungeon. Oh, Jesus. Okay, father putting in work. Yeah. Go, Dad, go. Go, Dad, go. Go, Dad, go. Oh. Cool. Alright, thank you. Shot speed up. Oh, and it gave me a card. Chariot. What is Chariot? Isaac doesn't have variety. Isaac doesn't have excessive variety in, like, its combat. At the very least, Isaac doesn't have variety in its combat until you start unlocking a shit ton of stuff. That's my main complaint. I know Isaac does, and rather can be varied. It absolutely can be, but that's like one in every so many games, and you have to spend... Oh, okay, well, Chariot just does invincibility. That's after you spend hours unlocking stuff. Right from the get-go, there is a shit ton of variety in Gungeon. I don't think I've ever had 2 runs of Gungeon play the same, ever. Meanwhile, this, I've had a fair number of runs that just feel largely the same, especially since I don't know what anything's doing, so I can't play around my abilities. With everything unlocked? Yep, well, that's where I'm starting. Oh. And in my case, a big problem is just like, compared to Gungeon, I have never had 2 runs of Gungeon feel the same. Ever. Ever. I've had very short Gungeon runs that, you know, you could say, okay, maybe those felt samey. Hard to say because they didn't last long. You could level the same thing here, though. Oh, damn it. Get up. Get up. Get up. Also, I'm 100% evil right now. It's neat. I don't know. Maybe once I put in, like I said, once I put in more time, the game will feel more rewarding. As much as I greatly appreciate the idea of having to figure out what everything does, it makes the early game feel so samey. Hey, I have this match. I'm sure it changes how I play slightly, but I have no fucking clue, so what do? Like Apple of Sodom, what does that do? I don't know, so I'm not going to play anything differently. Yeah, like in Gungeon, the unlock system is always rewarding. It's basically impossible to go a run without getting some small progression. Especially once you're decent enough to do the first floor consistently. Which, like, the first floor in Gungeon's piss easy after a couple hours of play. So you're always progressing, and here it's like, progression is based on extremely specific task. And unless I want to go dig through the Steam achievements, then I don't know what those are. And that's kind of boring. Like, that feels no different than just pulling it up on the wiki. To which, Edmund would probably shame me. Like a puzzle in Gungeon, like an adventure. I mean, this is a puzzle, but if this is a puzzle, then you're gonna be doing the puzzle over and over and over and over for hours before you have any idea what the pieces even do, right? If we're gonna go with that analogy. Whereas Gungeon is an adventure. You can just have an adventure right away. Adventures don't need you to worry about replayability because they're adventures. They kind of have that baked in. Oh shit, okay, well. Not going well. Oh, okay. And thankfully a lot of the unlocks in Isaac, especially early on, are very purposeful. It's kind of hard to... I feel like it's kind of hard to do a playthrough without unlocking something, but is the puzzle rewarding? I don't think so. I mean, okay, is the puzzle rewarding after a few hundred hours? Right now, I have 3 total hours of play, which it feels like I have way more of that, but okay, way more than that. Maybe after 10 to 15 hours it is, but that's not good game design if that's the case. What? Oh. Hundreds of hours in grinding out, getting that is the best way to play in my opinion. Get a mod to unlock everything, use the wiki for every item you get. But you see, that's so antithesis to the intended design. That is so incredibly antithesis to the design of the game. Edmund himself makes a big point of saying, you should not use a wiki, you should not look up builds, you should not cheat, because a big part of the intended design is unlocking stuff. So if I just cheat stuff in, then I'm kind of cheating myself out of a bunch of the game. And like, at that point, why even play if I'm just going to cheat? If I'm going to cheat, I may as well just unlock everything and give myself invincibility while I'm at it. Oh, Jesus. Why even bother playing the game if I just cheat? There's a million other games I can play that satisfy my quota of game design without needing to cheat. For fun? It's not fun, though. I don't find cheating fun. I think subverting the game developer's intent through outside means is always not fun. It is just always not fun. Isaac earns certain item pools, making them excessively rare, and those are what make early Isaac feel good. Calling it cheating is kind of weird. Let me read your original statement again. get a mod to unlock everything and use the wiki for every item. Yeah, no, I would almost certainly define that as cheating, especially when the game developer very specifically says that doing that is cheating. I would almost very specifically say that. And like, you're free to do that if you want. I'm not gonna shame you for how you play the game. That's not fun to me. To me, that's not enjoyable. What? Oh. Yeah, if you want to do that for fun, then by all means, go right ahead, but I feel like if you have to break out cheat engine and a bunch of mods to make a game good, maybe that game isn't good, right? Oh shit. I was saying that the dev saying the wiki is cheating is... Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I was looking at chat. Okay, you just said calling it cheating is kind of weird when I was saying that, so I assume you're talking to me, right? In this conversation we're having, I assume you're referring to me when you're saying something that I said. I know, bizarre. Weird how that one works. Oh, that was a bit of a throw. I feel like I should probably just play Isaac, to be honest. I'm gonna do like one more run with Cain, and then just go back to Isaac. Oh. For what reason did I get that? It's like if I look at the achievement... Oh yeah, the achievement doesn't even give an idea of how to unlock it. No, never mind. I can't even cheat that way. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, in my opinion, I agree with him, because if you're looking at a wiki, you're gaining knowledge from outside the game, and there are some games where that is okay to do. But I think that largely comes down to, did the developer intend for players to do that? And you know, if it's a nebulous answer, then it's a nebulous answer. Do what you think is best. In this case, though, it's a very straightforward answer. We already have Word of God. And yeah, like, it is gaining an outside resource. If you're playing an MMO and you want to go, okay, what is the meta build for my class? Well, you're not gonna, like, math that out. That's not reasonable to expect. So you refer to a wiki or guides or groups on Discord, Reddit, forums, whatever, YouTube. That's fair. In this, though, it's like, this is a purely single-player experience, and I feel like the game is not just having really good runs and beating the bosses. The game is working up to having the ability to do that. And that part is slightly enjoyable. I think in theory, that part... I can't kill these guys, can I? In theory, that part is enjoyable. In theory... Oh, okay. But there's just some decisions around it that kind of fuck it up. And I can't... I just feel, though, that skipping past it is going to make me get bored of the game instantly. Right? It's like playing Minecraft and then... It's like playing Minecraft on survival mode. I totally get why people play Minecraft on survival mode. You have some very specific things you want to try to pull off or build, or you got some very specific tasks you want to do because maybe you have a ton of time in the game already and you know exactly what it is and how to do it. But for me, Minecraft's creative mode for me is just like, okay, I have no incentive. Having limited resources, having to work up from the bottom was not just a means to an end, it was the game. Right? Wait. Doing player 6 patrolling, messing with people instead of the competitive way is intended? Yes, but that is also a multiplayer game, and I'm not playing the game for the game at that point. I'm playing the game to fuck with people. That is completely different. Here, I want to play the game for the game. A different yet fun way to play the game. Why does dev intent matter if the game is more fun to play a different way? As I said, Diffix, if that's the way you play the game, have at it. I'm not judging you if that's the way you play the game. I'm not even gonna say like that is a illegitimate way to play the game. It is just, in my opinion, that is not fun. I think 9 times out of 10, staying within developer intent, or staying within developer intent, or within reasonable, acquiring your goals and the game's goals within the tools that the game gives you is always going to be more fun than just looking up an answer. It's like, to compare it to like a movie, for instance. Why does dev intent matter to me? Dev intent matters to me because, like, it's like saying, hey, let's play Monopoly. Oh, but we're just gonna give ourselves like infinite money and we're just gonna buy whatever squares we land on. And if we land on squares nearby, or if we land on someone else's squares, we can give the money or not. It's up to us, right? Games need rules. Games were intended to be played in certain ways. If you just don't do that, especially in the form of what is almost directly considered cheating, then you're not playing the game anymore. At that point, I can't really consider you playing the game. If you're just moving the pieces around the Monopoly board and grabbing money out of the box, are you really playing the game? You can change the rules and have it still be fun? Yeah, you can change the rules to an extent, but in my case, I don't even know the base rules of this game. Like, let's say you do that, let's go back to the Monopoly comparison. In Monopoly, you know how the game is played, so you can do house rules. You can do some house rules to set things up. But what if you've never played Monopoly and have no idea how it plays, have no idea how it's experienced, and have no understanding what any change would do, right? Okay, Stir, I'm sorry that you're upset I don't like the game you like. I'm not shitting on you. I'm disagreeing, and I'm trying to state my point because you were the one who asked. You're the one who brought it up and disagreed with me. If you can't handle that, then just don't disagree on streams. Sorry. No one plays Uno by the actual official rules. Yeah, I mean, there we go, though. That's house rules. Again, though, that requires that you have a basic understanding of how the game plays to begin with. I don't. Right? So, and this is more me answering Diffix, specifically me. Me, why do I have these feelings, right? Do I have to be argumentative? Why are we arguing? I don't think we're arguing. I think we're just, I'm explaining myself. Define argumentative. I'm literally just stating my opinions. I'm not being rude, I don't think. I'm not saying your side is wrong. I'm not saying you're dumb or worse for doing what you're doing. How am I being argumentative? And if you dare say the tone of your voice, then I'm going to laugh at you. Then I'm going to laugh at you. Because yes, I am a loud person. I am a loud person and I speak directly. If you need me to sugarcoat every 3 words with, well, in my opinion, or, but yeah, it's okay if you play this way, then, Like, what am I doing that's argumentative? I don't mean to be offensive. I don't mean to be rude to you. I do not understand. And if it's something benign or banal, then I don't know what to tell you. I think you're just upset. I mean, at this point, I can only assume now that you are upset that I dislike the game you like. And I don't want to assume that of you, but feel free to say something different, because I will gladly accept any answer. What is this?
Health up.
I don't really like Isaac that much. Fair. Okay. Me neither. Right, so we're on the same page. Cool. Oh, Bomberman, cool. So what's the problem? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm not living this. Oh, Jesus. How does that play into it? House rules. That plays into it the exact same thing I said. Oh, I thought I could fit that. That is the exact same thing I just said about Uno and Monopoly. House rules. House rules at that point go, okay, I understand the game, so I'm going to modify how I play to play the game differently. Because it's slow? Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that. I agree. As it is, I'm honestly more into this conversation than I am the game right now. Like, I'm kind of already bored of the game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of already bored of the game. That's the same every run? I never said it was the same every run. I said it feels the same every run. Well, I explained myself, I believe. I said it feels the same every run because the base combat is walk around with Wasad, shoot with arrow keys, and you have the same basic weapon, the tears. It's not until some very late game items that you do anything other than tears. Yeah, I think I'm done. It's not until late game that you do anything other than tears. To my knowledge, I don't think I've had weapons other than tears and I guess bombs. The way that items modify your tears, and your tears in particular, the main and basically only method of attack, is mostly just make them bigger, make them do more damage, which doesn't really change how the game feels. With not playing it the dev intended way. Possibly. Like, that's the thing, is that it's maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's solved by doing it the dev intended way. You can tell me that, but until I experience it myself, I don't know if that's going to change how I myself feel about it. Like, I believe you that, yeah, if I unlock everything, then maybe runs will have different items that change things up. But let's say my tears are turned into a laser beam, or let's say my tears, are a shotgun spread, or they shoot bombs. From everything I've watched of the game, from everything I played of the game, from everything I can just kind of guess about the game, I get the feeling that even if I get like the most diverse build set, it's really not going to play much different than shoot tier, walk in circle. And to point back to Gungeon, yeah, you also just move and shoot in that, but the guns function excessively differently in, like, more ways than I can even begin to describe. Some of them shoot in different patterns, some of them hold more ammo, some of them hold less ammo, some of them have infinite ammo, some of them are rapid fire, some of them are laser beams, some of them have homing targets, some of them are complete gimmicks and shoot items that also shoot, or shoot bombs, or lock on. Like, that's just off the top of my head, but I know there's more stuff than that. Some of them inflict status effects that aren't just like damage over time, they freeze, stuff like that. Wouldn't modding be considered house rules? For example, basics Visor, pick up items and shoot shit. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That would be house rules. But the reason I brought up house rules was in response to Diffix's question of why does dev intent matter to me? In this moment, why does dev intent matter to me? Because I don't know the game well enough to play house rules. Edmund is known for being what the community refers to as anti-fun. He nerfed basically all the fun could be broken items, basically nerfed or changed anything the community liked. Wasn't about ammos and Isaac. You see, and I never knew that. Like, if those things are in Isaac, and like, and that's the thing too, is like, well, okay, those things are in Isaac. Then there's two more problems that arise, and these aren't necessarily going to be bad, it's just possible. and it's a step between me and enjoying the game, right? So part of this too, you have to kind of keep in mind is every single step that comes between me and my ability to turn my brain off and enjoy the video game becomes one step removed that I could be playing something I know I will just enjoy, especially when there are contemporaries that are very similar, like Gungeon. So in that case, in the case of let's say all those same kind of status effects are in Isaac. There's two problems. One, in order to get an idea of how those function and if I think those would be fun, I would, one, have to do a bunch of research and look up stuff and download mods and basically just cheat and everything in or look up videos. There's built-in workshop, right? So that's not too hard, but I would then have to go in and do all that, at which point I'm also kind of kicking the whole idea of unlocking stuff, which, like, I'll be real, I think unlocking stuff is fun, but yeah, if that's in the way, okay, fair enough. The second problem is, what was it? The second problem is I still feel like the very core fundamentals of Isaac are just uninteresting enough that, like, those modifiers would not draw me in completely. And I know that might sound a little unfair after I just gave Gungeon that, but to build on it, Gungeon has good movement and like good mechanics in the world around everything, way more variety in visuals, way more variety in music, way more variety in how it feels just to even move and click the mouse. And that just helps the variety in weapons feel better. Isaac doesn't have that. Isaac feels clunky and weird. Don't look up stuff in Minecraft, you miss 2 of the 3 dimensions. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But even then, like that goes to my idea of MMOs, right? In an MMO, you do look stuff up. Different games work on this rule differently. Like, it's not a universal all games follow this idea. It's a very game-dependent thing. When I picked it up and wanted to know how to utilize it, you do miss 2 or 3 dimensions. No, not necessarily. You can come across, it is perfectly possible that, one, you can come across the Nether completely naturally. I believe that. Especially now, in more recent versions of Minecraft, there are a ton of pre-made structures that are like nearly finished portals that are like clearly look like it, surrounded by lava. Right? That I could believe someone could stumble into, and once you have that, you slap things into... If you're like not looking up anything for Minecraft and you're going on recipes, you're probably going to end up accidentally slapping items together. You could, in theory, craft the Eye of Ender that leads you to the end. In theory, it's possible, but then again, we can look stuff up for an MMO. Yeah, I mean, but then again, that too, I'm sort of justifying it there, but again, that goes back to my multiplayer MMO aspect of this equation. Isaac and games like it do not necessarily hold this rule universal. Like, this rule is not universal to all games. It depends on the type of game. How do you know that you're supposed to break the crying obsidian, making a perfect square out of obsidian and light it on fire? I don't know. Is it possible that you could do it? Sure. With fucking... If you believe in... Here we go, let me throw this one out here. If you believe that over a million years, life evolved and just so happened to evolve into what we are now in sentience and have 2 perfect legs, and that the earth just so happens to be in the perfect position away from the sun that we can survive, then hey, sure enough, is it really so weird to think that someone could eventually do it by accident? But then again, that's beside the point. That is beside the point. The point is, Minecraft is a bad example to use for this kind of rule in my head. I don't want to even call it a rule. This concept, I'll even say. Because to religious debate, how's that religious? How's it? It's only, I mean, I did not bring religion into that at all. I just said a theory that is believed by a large amount of people. Yeah. Do you really want to go down every single rabbit hole and side tangent here? My point being, Minecraft does not relate to this rule. This idea that it is more fun to stay within your own realm and figure the game out. I think there are many, many games that it is more fun to experience for yourself, figure things out for yourself, and learn for yourself than it is to just look up the answers. Like Deus Ex, which I've been playing recently. I could just look up the optimal way to get through the levels and where all the secret items are. I don't think that's fun. Some people might think that's fun. That's fine for them. I don't. Like, I want to make that clear. Right now, what we're talking about is just my opinion. This is my opinion. And if you want to try to understand it, then that's sort of my idea is I think it's fun to figure things out for yourself. That's basically it. There's really not much more to it. I think more often than not, it is more fun to figure something out yourself when reasonably possible. And that plays into why I find Isaac a little unfun because of how slow it is, on top of just a bunch of other basic things about the gameplay. And Minecraft talks alien to me unless it's a diamond sword. Yeah, fair enough. And you see, you find Minecraft boring? I think Minecraft's fucking amazing, so I don't know what you find boring about it, but that's your opinion. You can keep that. That's all you, buddy. You're free to think that. I'm not even gonna hound you about it. They're just different opinions. I kind of want to play Gungeon now. I don't know, dude. And Sturf, if you're gonna be annoyed over me bringing the idea of evolution into this, like, for one, I just said evolution, the idea of the theory. If you believe that that is inherently religious, that's up to you. For two, if you're going to bring up the fact, if you're going to even jokingly go converting it to religious debate, and then me going, not really. Like, you have no room to be annoyed. You're the one who brought it up. Enjoy Terraria but dislike Starbound. Starbound is just like a weaker version. EDF 5? Maybe. Last time I played an EDF game, it was with some friends, and they only wanted to play on the hardest difficulty when none of us had played before. So it wasn't very fun, because we were just getting curb stomped over and over and over again. Which kind of left a bad taste of EDF in my mouth, because I know EDF is more fun than that. But that left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. So maybe, but it's definitely not high priority. Is that the Murder Giant Ants game? It sure is. Murder Giant Ants with very big and funny weapons. Doesn't even feel like playing a video game now. I don't know, Isaac just bored the shit out of me, and this is what I was worried about. I was debating, like, okay, do I want to do Isaac or do I want to do Frostpunk? I probably should have just done Frostpunk. I'm probably just gonna uninstall Isaac. I can't. I wanted to give it an honest shake. Aren't like all the other theories that oppose evolution religious? I have no extensive knowledge on it, but let's say it is. Let's say that is the truth. I didn't mention any of those. I mentioned evolution. I mentioned purely evolution. I personally don't believe in evolution, but I mentioned evolution. I did not mention anything else. There was never any mention of religion. I would say evolution is almost strictly anti-religion. We are all alien experiments tossed on a random planet. Yep, there's unironically people that Yeah, and I won't even. Bunch of stupid bullshit. But yeah, I do not appreciate, like, I feel like I'm having to walk on needles here to say my opinion. Because every time I try to say something to relate to or express what I'm thinking, you then suddenly latch onto that idea and drag it in a different direction. I'm kind of done with the conversation now. If I haven't made my point clear at this point, then I don't think explaining any farther is going to be helpful. Basically, I don't like Isaac. That's just me. The end. I was playing some synthetic earlier. I don't think that's necessarily true. I understand the barrier in I understand the difference in communication can cause difficulty, but I think you're still able to... I think you're still able to focus on the points I'm trying to make and not grab on to similes and examples as a new topic all of a sudden. It has nothing to do with intent and tone. It is literally you were just grabbing onto a new topic and kind of getting annoyed by it. And again, I feel like I'm walking on pins and needles here, which I do not enjoy. Do I even want to play video games? What time is it? It's 1 a.m. And I've been up for way too long. Isaac just kind of soured my mood. Not even this discussion. I think the discussion was interesting, but... Fair enough, Sturf. I mean, at that point, that's... And I completely understand the idea there if there's a bunch of things you want to mention of what I say. At that point, it's just like... decipher what it is that I'm saying that actually pertains to my point. If I'm saying life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get, you could come at me and go, well, I always know what I'm gonna get in a box of chocolates because it says on the top. That wasn't what I was getting at. That's not the point I was getting at. You've grabbed onto a different part. Would I ever play Alien Isolation? Yeah, totally. I would love to do Alien Isolation for Spooky Month. I don't know if it's something I would play outside of Spooky Month, but for October, I would love to do something like that. As it is, there's way too many games I want to get around to. I have Caves of Could, DBD on like repeatable standby, then Outward, Frostpunk, Kenshi. What else was it? Excuse me. Deus Ex, Gothic, Brigador, Heroes of Might and Magic, Etrian Odyssey series, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Thief. Man, if I didn't feel tired right now, I would love to boot up Thief and just go into that. I would really love to just step into Thief right now. But I'm already feeling kind of sleepy, and that game is dark and slow enough that I'm going to... with more than 24 hours of being awake and multiple energy drinks at this point, I'm probably going to crash. So, I'm going to call it there. Sorry if it... I do apologize if it seemed like I was getting heated at any point. I promise you, it's video games. It's video games. I really don't give a shit at the end of the point. It's internet discourse over it's internet discourse over how I like video games. I could really care less at the end of the day. It's just fun to discuss. I hope no one here was walking away with the idea that, like, I'm being a hard ass. If I'm sounding loud and, like, frank, that's just how I talk. That is how I talk when I'm trying to think of a topic that I'm serious on. So, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be nasty or anything. If anything, the only part that I'm annoyed about is how boring Isaac is, and the fact that everyone seems to be jerking it off, but that's just me not understanding. Clearly, I just don't get it, and that's, like, my fault. That is a big fucking me problem. On one hand, I feel like I understand, on the other, I don't. So, in the meantime, kinda balls, just a little bit of balls. I'm gonna go raid my good buddy Chatterskull because he's actually streaming again, and it's very nice. Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's part of why I kind of wanted to stream it is because I think it's really fun to watch. See people who have more stuff and have more experience play it and go through it. Either way, I'm rating my buddy Chatterskull. He's playing Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Summoner Soul Hacker. Very good RPG game. He's a very funny man. Go give him a smile, give him a follow. He's a very nice guy, and hopefully he can continue streaming. I'll be back tomorrow, day after maybe. No more Isaac. I think I'm done with Isaac, so I can limit myself down. I'm very sorry about the short stream. I appreciate the thought nonetheless, Durfink. I appreciate the thought. It is, even if that's the case, it is my own fault it's my own fault for feeding into the conversation and expending my energy. Right? It is never the viewer's fault that the streamer is like tired or done with something. Never. Unless the viewers are actively like DDoSing me and making it so I cannot play physically, then it's never your fault. So don't think of it as such. Either way, I'll be back tomorrow, day after. Try out some new stuff. Frostpunk, Deus Ex. Maybe we'll pick up Etrian Odyssey again. And I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.